Crazy, crazy, jungle love is driving me mad. It's making me crazy, crazy. Jungle love is driving me mad. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Earth 2 VV OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, some updates from Earth 2. We do have Shane that came out with a new tweet this morning. Just want to go over that real quick. After I do go over that, we'll get into the VV OMI stuff. But also, I was going to put this in a video yesterday, but I've kind of said it a couple of times, so it doesn't really matter. It's not going to be a huge announcement, but Earth 2, as some of you know, is the one thing that I have not and will not sell for OMI. Why I sold Tesla and Pokemon and everything else that I had, Bitcoin, all for OMI, is because even though I love Pokemon and Tesla, all are very safe, blue chip stocks, blue chip companies, blue chip investments, is that OMI is just going to go up a lot higher. Why I won't sell Earth 2 is because I'm not 100% convinced, no, this will moon higher than OMI. If I was, and I wouldn't be doing this, I'd be putting more into Earth 2. But there is a chance that it does. With Pokemon and Tesla, great companies, but there was no chance that this goes higher than Earth 2. There just isn't. I'm sorry, OMI. It isn't. There is no chance that it goes higher than that. The amount of rate of return, that return on investment on OMI, dwarfs Tesla and Bitcoin and Pokemon, but it might not for Earth 2. Earth 2 might actually moon higher than OMI, just because, again, it's very, very new. Not a lot of people are into it yet. And I love the team. I love everything that it does. So, moving on. Shane says, just because we don't speak about a previously disclosed plan doesn't mean it's been abandoned. These things take time, and there's a lot at stake. So I'd prefer to get, especially our bigger plans, right to benefit our supporters versus being pressured to rush to appease some naysayer. I agree with that 100%. Don't rush things. If you want to do something right, do it slow. Do it on your own terms. Don't try to rush because, like, some Yahoo on the internet is like, oh, I think you should do this, do this. Veve and Okomi are great with that. They have a bunch of people complaining all the time, and they're just sticking to their path because they know what's right. Again, I trust this team more than any random person on the internet. Now, that's not to say that some people don't have valid criticisms, because they do. A lot of people are like, hey, here's a bug. Can you fix this? Cool, fine. I'm glad people like that exist because, like, again, you want to appease the masses. But if you say, like, hey, you should fix this before you fix that, I would put my faith in the team that's making this, who's, again, they have more at stake to lose and gain than anyone else. I would definitely do that for, I would trust them to determine which one is the priority, like switch over to Immutable X, probably top priority. And then after that, you have MTL, second high priority. OMI buying NFTs and all of that stuff. I pretty sure they're doing it in order of importance, and that's what Earth 2 is doing, which I like a lot as well. I do have 99 million OMI now, and I will have 100 million by Friday. It usually takes a couple days now, just because transferring Bitcoin to Aria Realty getting that with USDT, doing that. So that should happen, and I have more cards to sell, so I should be getting 101, 102 million, give or take, over the next couple weeks, as long as the price doesn't moon too hard, which it could. It very well could. Because again, sometimes with stocks, you see that a lot of the big catalysts, a lot of those prices are cooked in before they happen. Like when Tesla was going on, a lot of it happened before, Battery Day or AI Day, or it was including the S&P 500. Some of it wasn't, but some of it was. So we might not necessarily have to wait for MTL to happen, or for the transfer to Immutable X, or be listed on a Coinbase for this to moon. Might be happening right now. Now, that being said, there was not a lot of volume yesterday. We had a lot of this price movement without that much volume. The volume in the last 24 hours has been about 8.3, which is good. It's better than like the 4 or 5 or even 3 million that we saw a month or two back. But it's not like the 14, 15, 16 million, whatever, that would really pump it. And again, that being said, when we went in March from 0.002 something to our all-time highs, we did that with a fifth of the amount of people that we have in now, and we did that in 2 weeks. And there was no Marvel announcement. There was no other these announcements. VeVeVerse, maybe it was like, not pontificate. Maybe it was hypothesized, but there was no announcement for VeVeVerse. There was no announcement for Marvel that we are partnered with them, and most likely have Star Wars, Pokemon, and Disney as well. It's just not. We haven't been able to go on and say all that back in March, and now we have with a lot more people, and there's a lot more convictions, a lot more AMAs, a lot more people signing on. There's a lot more deals that have been inked or penned. In March, this was still I mean, we had a couple. The app was buggy AF. It was laggy. It was just. There's so much improvement that has gone on with the VeVe app and the company in general, and just within like a half a year, it's bananas. So that's why I have no issue, putting about 90% of my net worth, not just net worth in crypto. Some people's like, oh yeah, my about 50-80% of my crypto net worth is in this, like, which is good. But my entire most of my net worth is in this. Put in over 350,000, probably close to 400 at this point. It's been a lot. So I'm gonna go and take questions and see what we got here. Kurt says, first, Gain and Zane says, what is your thought of this? When we see the OMI price rising up, we are tempted to sell because of high profits. What are the tips on not trying to sell and just hodl? You never went broke by taking a profit. I just think that this has so much room to run. I would not take profits. It could go up to 2 pennies tomorrow, and I could cash out for roughly $2 million. And that'd be more money I ever had in my whole life. I would have 4x my money from earlier this year. There's no way I would do that. There's no way I would, because it has so much room to grow. And I don't think I could, even if it does go up to 2 cents tomorrow, I don't think there's another, or even let's say 4 cents tomorrow. There might be a couple of things that I could do to, maybe let's say then in that case it would go to 8 to 10 cents by the end of the year. It would, 2x at that point. If it 10x's tomorrow, let's say I have $4 million, that'd be bananas. I still think we could 2x by the end of the year, even if it did that. And maybe there are a couple of other things that I could, 3, 4, 5x my money in, but this is definitely safer. It would be a huge pain in the butt to be able to take everything from cold storage and all the trust wallets and put it on one thing, on a computer, and then bid 4x. It would just take a lot. There'd be a lot of fees. I'd have to pay so much in taxes next year. So yeah, that's why I won't do that. At least not yet. Doug Vale says, simple. What you may consider to be high at 0.005 will be significantly more at 5. Yeah, agreed. Although $5 is, I don't see that until the 2030s, in my opinion. Bay Maximo, there's no drop today. There will be a drop tomorrow. I've been waiting for the Medium article, but I haven't seen it yet. I will do a video on that when that comes out. I mean, if it comes out like right now, I'll do it. I'll just read everything. But to my knowledge, the Medium article has not dropped out. Although, all right, so I forget who it was. It was somebody had gone on yesterday, and they had said that their husband or their kids, whatever, had surprised them with Pokemon cards, and it was like a good gift. And Vivi's like, "What a gift!" And I was like, "Oh," because Pokemon cards, what a gift! And I just thought that for Pokemon, they were probably just teasing, but they're not going to tease, in my opinion, unless they have something. Wraithax with a $5 super chat said, Wraithax in the house. Boy! Oh, missed you, Wraithax. So there is, speaking of Wraithax here, we have a bunch of giveaways going on Sunday. If you haven't heard me talk about this recently, Zach, I'll get to you in a second. The giveaways on Sunday are as followed right now. There's a couple of tiles in Chaveztopia. There's NFTs for Chaveztopia. Predict is putting out some tiles and NFTs as well. And then we have Maxwell Cook with Marvel Mighties. He's giving away Steve Rogers. BV Darklink's giving away Fantastic Four Rare comic, 28762. Mass Murder is giving away Human Torch, Invisible Woman, and The Thing. And Freddie Mercury is giving away a What If comic. Not sure what Wraithax is doing for that. And I do have a couple of other. Oliver Jones Music is giving away some NFTs. So there's a bunch of Earth 2 and VV NFTs and tiles is going to go as well. Zach R says, somebody get this man medium ocean water at Sonic. So what? Thanks, Zach R. So Zach R, my breakfast today has been 2 keto bars. I'm gonna have a third. I'm dying. And water, because I am going hard on the Earth, on the well, I guess Earth 2 I still buy every day, and veve and OMI, and because OMI I still buy as much as I can, and then I did get him, like the devil HIM from Powerpuff Girls. I got 2 of them. If you missed my video yesterday, basically I think that is one of the most undervalued, because if you look mathematically, and I'll just go over this real quick and then I'll get back to other stuff. Ari Realty, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. It says, Randy and I were drinking top shelf cocktails in Manhattan. We were doing that. What date was that? Was that a Sunday? Was that a Monday? That was recently. That was like last week. Yeah, it was last week. It was Monday the 6th, I believe. And yeah, so we were. That was an expensive bill, Ari Realty, but it was worth it. Anyway, what had we done? Oh yeah. So the him was I look at Donnie, and I see Donnie at 150. What do you call it? 150 mints, and he's about $36,000, give or take. Maybe it's listed at that. Nobody's buying at that. So let's say $30,000. Let's knock $6,000 off that. Let's say $30,000, and that's what the going rate for Donnie would be at 150 mints. And let's just say, for instance, that Donnie and him had the same amount of want and the same amount of need, the same amount of just popularity. And it's not, but let's just say, for instance, be conservative, that Donnie is wanted the same much as him, from Powerpuff Girls. Then, with him at double the amount of mints, at 300 mints, should be about 50% of what Donnie is. And if we take off Donnie, that 36,000, wipe off 6,000 of it, make it 30,000, and let's say that's the going rate for Donnie. And then him should be about $15,000 if there was a amount of if they were the same popularity. But they're not the same popularity. They're not. Why? Because him has been around for 20 plus years. Him is old enough to drink. Donnie is not. Donnie is new. Donnie was in the reboot. There was no Tara Strong. There was no anything. I get it. He's like the first trans species horse or whatever, because he is a horse, but he identifies as a unicorn. So I get that. I do. But him was the first cross-dressing person we ever saw growing up on the Cartoon Network anyway. So I bought 2 hymns, and I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have completed more sets. Because even if I get, Bubbles and Professor Utonium in the next couple weeks, I'm not gonna get Donnie. Donnie's like $30,000 right now. And Raythak says, count me in for Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and one. Oh, okay. Raythak's going up here with a buttload of giveaways here for this Sunday. We're gonna do Sunday at 12:15 Eastern Standard Time, PM. So let me go Raythak's. Hang on 1 second. And his giveaways are going to be Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and one of his State 1 properties. State 1 properties. And the only thing you have to do in order to qualify is just be a subscriber. When you're on the video, you like it, and then just be present. As long as you're present on the time of the drawing, to claim your prize, you're good. That's it. That's all you need to do. Thank you guys for 20 likes. That means the world. All right, moving on. I was enthralled by so many super chats. All right, here we go. No drop today. What's up, Ethan Youngberg? How's it going? Heaven says, I'm not selling until I see 25 cents. Once it gets listed on Binance and other major exchanges, it will fly fast. I agree 100%. As far as selling, if I can go and, let's say I get 103 million, right? Let's just say I get 103 million by the end of the month. The price stays the same, able to do that. I'm going to say 2 million is going to go to the VeVe app. And I'm just going to buy 1 million OMI is going to be for NFTs. Another 1 million OMI is going to be for land in the VeVeVerse. They both might just go for the VeVeVerse. And then let's say that brings me down to 101 million. Next year, like January 3rd, the first trading day, I'm going to probably sell 3 million between January and April, but next year, I will sell 3 million OMI. 1 million is going to be for my Cybertruck, Tesla. 1 is going to be for taxes, and 1 is going to be because I want to live in a place with air conditioning and heat. So I deserve that. And then we got Raythax with another $5 super chat saying, Aria, you the man. Yeah, we were. Me and Aria, we both went live that day. I went live on one part of the day, and he went live on another part of the day. It was good. It was fun. It was exciting. Dude, Raythax, you gotta come. Next time me and Aria Realty are in Manhattan, we'll be like, hey, come on out. And Aria says you are as well, bro. Yeah, it was good. It was exciting. So what we got here is Russ Gould. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So that would leave me with about 98 million left after I sold the other 3 million, and that other 1 million is again one for the Cybertruck, one for taxes. That other million that I'm selling, let's say it's like 5 cents at that point, $50,000. I don't need $50,000 for an apartment. I will put first month's, last month's rent and security deposit. Let's say it's $5,000 to $10,000. Probably 5,000. I'm not gonna live in that. I'm not gonna live in that bougie place. I'll still be me. The rest of that, let's say I have $40,000 left. That's what I'm gonna use for the rest of the year. That's what I'm gonna, so that I don't have to sell more OMI, so that I can ride that wave until it goes, to 10 cents and beyond. So yeah, moving on. Russ Gill says, yo, Randy and Dashy, do you know where we can buy Immutable X token next? I registered for CoinList sale, but they sold out. Cheers, bud. 15 million home. Oh, 15 million. Nice. I actually don't. Immutable X will probably do very well because Comey's using it, and so is OpenSea as well. So that is something that I am very, very bullish on. But is it gonna 100x in a couple years? Like I think OMI will. Probably not, but I don't know. But it will probably do very well. I do not. I don't know where to get tokens though. Dylan says I cannot wait any longer for the transfer and more exchanges. Yeah, it's rough trying to go and do that. Trying to have there's a bunch of people that probably have thousands, tens of thousands of gems in their in their account, and they probably just want to cash out. They're like, money. Oh yeah. Justin says, "Oh yeah, hey, what's up, Justin? How's it going? Oh, maybe next year I will sell 1 million OMI, and so maybe my 4th million OMI. I will, if I can do it, I will go to the Met Gala next year. That's the one where you see AOC walking around in the tax the rich dress. That's what just happened. It's called the Met Gala. I will sell 1 million OMI. I will buy myself a plate there because it's about $30,000, $35,000 per plate. And I will wear an OMI, a Comey, VeVe tux or dress or whatever it is, because that will bring a lot of people. That will make it cool. That will make it social elite. So I plan to do that if I can get a ticket. Again, I have no issue paying that $30,000, $35,000 for that amount of advertising for a Comey to grow the hobby. You make it better for everyone. I will do that. Junior Sanchez says, "Hey, congrats, man! So close to 100 million. So close." Mr. Anomalous says, "I got 99 problems, but buying OMI ain't one." Buying OMI might be a chore because it takes a little while to go and say, "Oh, hey, transfer this bit 4x USDT." But yes, it is definitely not a problem. Denoy Evans says, "Yo, Randy, I just watched your stream with Dan Lee. You are a freak of nature." That was fun. So during the time of when we were on there, we were on there for hour 15, hour 20, and then I think Reese liked me and Dan both advertised on Twitter, and then Reese liked the tweet, and then Akomi retweeted us, and at the time Akomi retweeted us, we were talking about short person tossing. We were talking about flying from Vegas to New York, with strippers on the plane, and we were talking about some pretty X-rated stuff, and I was like, oh god. So Dan's like, yo, we should change gears real quick. Like, you're right. So yeah, OMI, what is your favorite update coming? What's your favorite NFT? It was so, we got off the rails really quickly. It was good. Also, there's going to be 2 parties. For the 10-cent party in New York, it might be a weekend, but there's going to be 2 parties. There's going to be a stand-up sophisticated party, we're going to go to dinner, we might get some food, some drinks, and maybe some karaoke. And that'll go from let's say, I don't know, 4 to 10, with the karaoke and everything. And then the after party happens where we see the underbelly of New York City. It's going to be heckin' epic. Can't wait. So be advised, you're going to have to sign permission slips from like your significant others. Hey, can I go to this? It's gonna be wild. So moving on. Andrew says, super frustrating being strapped for cash and not being able to buy more. You have no idea. You have no. I'm eating keto bars. I had Taco Bell the last 2 days. So yes, I understand your frustrations 100%, Andrew. Ari Realty says, flash that sexy trust wallet, OMI to the moon. I actually don't. I don't have it on me. Because I take my phone everywhere. I don't want to go and carry it with me. So I don't even. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, so I type in TRU for Trust Wallet in my search bar, and then it says Trump Biden debate and trust agents. So yeah, I don't even have it on my phone anymore. I have other devices with multiple Trust Wallets. So if anyone tries to hold me at gunpoint, you can't do it. You will not get any. Not because like I wouldn't give it to you anyway, but just because I physically like almost never have. I'm never in the same vicinity as my OMI. Matteo says, Mr. A, at Mr. A, Randy is going to be big pimping out in New York City. Maybe. Maxwell Cook says, Taps had that good video yesterday explaining how much it costs and how long it could take to get MTL, and then why they don't care about advertising it. Yes, so for those of you that missed it, Taps' video basically said it can take 1 to 2 years from the time you apply for MTL until the time you get MTL. They obviously applied for it a long time ago, but there is 0% reason to try to advertise the token now. Why would you try to advertise the token when it's so hard to buy? Wait until the switch over to Immutable X. When we're on the Ethereum blockchain, we can get listed on Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, KuCoin, all these different things, Gemini, and make it much easier to buy, and then do it. So, yeah, all of these major catalysts are going to happen within a very short time of each other. So it is not outside the realm of possibility to say that the 5 cent and the 10 cent party could happen within a week of each other. I guarantee you. I thought about this the other day when I had said I had a theory about like me putting a status when this finally reaches 1 cent, and then the next day it reaches 2 cents. And it's like, well, took me 30 years to make my first million. Took me about 2 hours to make my second million. I thought about that, and I think that's very, very possible. Yeah. But Celia says, please, peeps, look it up. Brett the Jerk says, no farting in intro today. That was classic. Noah Guitar says, love you too, Noah Guitar. Nomad Guitar is about to be, the next couple days, a proud owner of this Blaine's Arcanine First Edition PSA 10. Worked out a deal with some gems. He helped me get my hymn from his gems. Yeah, good times. I love you too. Latilo said, plus chain, please. Oh, pulse chain. Okay. All right. I've heard people talking about Hex. Hang on my tablet. How? So yeah, moving on. Pulse chain. Let me go and do that real quick. People have been talking about Hex. I haven't gone on and really research. I did research that. It was like a couple months ago, and it seemed good. You know, a potential for a good long-term hold, but not something that I added to the list saying like, oh, it's right up there with CRO or Solana or Cardano or Binance Coin or any of that. So you said it was Pulse Chain? Pulse Chain. Okay, all right, I will take a look. It is in my search bar. I'll look. Same devs. Noah Guitar says, are you bearish on Pokemon? No. I am this is the time. If OMI wasn't a thing, I might not have sold my Tesla for Pokemon, but Pokemon has been in like such a down market for like the past 4 or 5 months. This is like the perfect time to buy. Like this Blaine's Arcanine was almost double like 6 months ago, or maybe like 8 months ago. It was over $4,000. Well, the cheapest one was like 4,400, and like the most recent auction at that time was 4,100. I hated, when I tell you I abhorred selling these cards in this year for OMI. Like I had to, because OMI, these cards will, double and triple, in the next year or so. But OMI is just gonna go absolutely wild. And I do that. So I hated selling at these prices, but I had to, because I did, more money. Raythax in the house. In the house. Our realtor says Raythax is the man. Kurt says, hey Randy, any idea when buying NFTs with OMI could go live? I'd say in about 2 months, under 2 months. Because it'll probably be shortly after MTL. Trying to figure out if I need to keep my USDT to be able to buy gems or use it to get more OMI. If I had the choice right now of saying, hey, let me go and, let's say if I had $5,000 and I could get another million OMI, or more, it's so hard to say, because I have a deal on the table that's going to get me, when I said like 102, 103 OMI, this will get me up to like 105, 106, 107. So yeah, I'll let you know. Or no, like it's hard to say. If the $5,000 to get more OMI or more jewels, I think I have, for me, because I think I have enough OMI. I mean, it's never enough OMI, but I'm comfortable within the next few weeks having enough OMI that, okay, I could start focusing more on the NFTs, even though I have 28 sets complete. But that's because I'm about to have 100 million, and I'm about to have a little bit more than that soon. So I hope that answers your question. Zach R says, somebody get this man medium ocean water at Sonic. I do love Sonic. Back in the day in New York, there was no Sonic in New York. We had to drive to New Jersey to get Sonic. It's weird stuff that people did. Like my friend Dan, not Dan, my business partner Dan that I keep telling you guys about. Other guy Dan is from Colombia. In Colombia, there's no KFC. So for their high school graduation, they all drove to like Brazil, I think, like 4 hours to get KFC. And I was like, what? And he's like, that's what we did. I was like, but it's KFC. He's like, yeah, but listen, there's no KFC in Colombia. Had to drive, and that was like 20 something years ago, and then now there might be a KFC in there. And he's like, yeah, we drove down to Brazil. I was like, my mind was blown. Like I was shook. I was like, get the fudge out of here. Like there's no way. But yeah, so that's what. So we had to drive to New Jersey for Sonic because we didn't have it. Like we don't have Wawas in New York, or at least not on Long Island. So when I first had a Wawa, I was like, oh girl. And then when I got out of New Jersey, and I was, I just miss Wawa. I miss it every day. Every day. Every time I go back to New Jersey. Maxwell Cook says, I'm assuming 35,000 comics again because the last one they specifically said it would be scarce. Probably. I hope so. It was good. I'm gonna hydrate real quick. And Aria Realty, thank you so much for that $5 super chat saying Randy and I were drinking top shelf cocktails in Manhattan. We were. And that was on Labor Day. Motiva Production says almost 200,000 OMI. Nothing compared to you, but I'm still happy AF. Motiva Productions, if you hodl, I believe you will have, well, I think you'll have $100,000 in like, 4 or 5 years. Which is bananas. Again, a lot of people, some people never have a comma in their bank account. Some people never have 5 figures. Getting $10,000 in your bank account can be a mission. Like that can be like very, very hard to do. 100,000? Most people never. Most people could never get $100,000. So I believe that if you have 200,000 OMI, you will be 100,000-aire. Definitely before the end of the decade, but probably like 2025, 2026, give or take. Gain and Zane says, thanks for answering our questions. OMI is rising up like crazy now. Could be because of your stream. I don't know, unless everyone here is like whales. Let's see where we're at. Mm-hmm. .0044. Okay, so something I want to show you. We were at, in July, .00436. A little while ago, .00478. We have a .0049. If we can break past that .0049, half a penny and above, that's the resistance point. And look, we are 115% up in the last 3 months, which is fantastic. But be advised, guys, there is a chance that this, I don't want to say a fake out, but because we haven't gone, to all the major catalysts, and we probably won't until, like 3 weeks from now, that it's just, we hit the top again, we meet the resistance, we go back down to .003, whatever, and then in a couple weeks, then we moon. It's possible that a lot of, this is going to go in, because again, that article from Coin Bureau yesterday, where they have like 300-something thousand followers on Twitter, they said like, hey, here's how you buy OMI, here's how you do this, 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 and this. And when there are articles that say how to buy this, usually one of two things happen. Either, like, I remember that happened with Ripple. Hey, how to buy Ripple, and this is like years ago. But it happens with not just that, with a bunch of things. How to buy this, usually the time to get out, or it's the time it moons. So all these major positive catalysts, I'm pretty sure it's going to moon. Here's one of the guys that's going to buy my Pokemon cards, or has been buying. So let me give him a text. Sorry, on stream. How you doing? On stream. What's up? Moving on. Justin says, Game Insane Coin Bureau. Yeah, that was it. Raythax says, count me in for Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and one of my State 1 properties for Earth 2. So thank you, Raythax, for being so generous. I put him on the list. Oh god, hiccups. But Cielo says, Mr. A says, man, I love Powerpuff Girls. I don't remember seeing Donnie. He was not in the original. He was in the reboot that happened a few years ago. But that's why you don't remember seeing him, because none of us saw him back in the day. Back in the day, he just wasn't around. Maxwell Cook says, I'll add a Sam Wilson, too. Oh, Maxwell Cook. Coming in here. Coming in hot. Maxwell Cook is also going to add a Sam Wilson. Good for you, Maxwell Cook. Giving away Captain Steve Rogers and Mr. Sam Wilson. They never said what rank Sam Wilson was when he was in the military. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. Zach R says, I'll take a few raffle tickets from the giveaway. Zach R, the good thing is that you don't need any raffle tickets. The only thing you have to do is be a subscriber, and then just be here on Sunday, 12:15 Eastern Standard Time. PM, of course. And Raythax with that $5 super chat saying, Arya, you are the man. You guys are great. Gain and Zane saying, will the VeVeVerse be like Earth 2, where you buy tiles? We're not 100% sure if it's going to be tiles, like a grid, or if it's going to be like areas, like predetermined like areas that are like weird property lines. I don't know. I mean, it does make... It would be pretty easy to buy tiles in to make it that way, because this way, mathematically, you'd be like, okay, unfortunately with that, there's no way to make things round. Like, you can't make a circle with those tiles. So I don't know why you'd want like a circle, but in case you wanted it, there'd be no way to do that. But it does make it easier. It'd be like, boom, boom, mathematically it just makes sense. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm going to spend probably 1 to 2 million OMI on that. Maybe more if I can get more OMI now. Maxwell goes at Motiva. Just got back up 200k OMI. It will still be life-changing. Get that bread. Our Realty says you are as well, bro. Whoop. Zakar says, I just ordered ape hangers for my beach cruiser. Nice. Zakar says, you can live like a king in Dallas, Texas with your friendly neighbor, Zakar. Get the tequila out. The Tesla Tequila is over there and over here. Lots of Tesla Tequila to go around. I don't know. I want to do Florida. I mean, Florida and Texas are both pretty free. They're both pretty good. Definitely want to live in a nice area. I did live in Texas. Me and Aria Realty both lived in Texas for a little while. He might have stayed more than I did, depending on where he went to tech school. We were both in, not Dias, Lackland Air Force Base for like 8.5 weeks. I went to Fort Lee after that. He might have stayed there. He might have went to, we both might have went to Fort Lee. I'm not sure. And yeah. Tequila Pacey says, I'm only at 80,000 OMI, but even if we reach $1, I would pay off the rest of my mortgage off. Life-changing, aiming for 200K. Get that reputation. Every little bit, I believe, will help. And yeah, again, having that, tens of thousands of dollars is nice money. It is really good. Amar Youssef says, upcoming OMI utility is going to be a huge catalyst. I agree 100. What my favorite thing, yes, the people buying is great. Being able to have the ability to make it easy to buy, easy access on, Coinbase or Binance or KuCoin or Kraken is good. Advertising is good. But what they're really doing is the supply that's 217 billion coins right now, they're buying from that, which is a lot. The best thing, I think, for the coin and for OMI and for VeVeVerse is going to be the burning of the circulating supply that we're buying from. Being like people like me spending millions in the VeVeVerse, like millions of coins, millions of OMI tokens in there. I think that's going to be the biggest catalyst. I think that's going to be the big one, because suddenly you see that circulating supply. Instead of the reserve wallet being, taking out hundreds of millions or burning billions, the circulating supply, when that, oh my god, I can't heckin' wait. This is going to be so heckin' huge. It's going to be bananas. Justin says MTL can take 1 to 2 years. The MTL they started if not last year, if not 2 years ago, they started last year. So yeah, but you're right. It does take that long. Nativa Production says, do you think OMI will go down and touch 0.003 again? Getting some income the 25th September, and I want it to stay or go down so bad until then. It might, if we do not break out past this 0.0049 mark. If we do not do that, then there is a chance we go down to 0.0039 or even 35, whatever. But it's just, this is going to be the third time hitting that resistance, and we're going to have like a triple bottom in like 3 months. That's going to be banana. Like, again, the longer the base, bigger the breakout. This is going to be ridiculous. Earth Arvia says, what the F are you eating? I am eating, I'm eating a Slim Fast Keto Fat Bomb because I need it. So I lost my, I don't even know where it went. I lost my ponytail holder thing. I don't even know where the fudge, okay, here it is. Oh god, there's the farts. So I had to go and get this. This is a no grip slip super hold for my hair. And while I was there, I got some Head and Shoulders, I got some body wash, and I didn't have time to go to Taco Bell, so I got this. I literally got out of the shower like 3 minutes left. But it is time for my 30-minute Patreon member shout out. So am I still waiting for this world to stop hating? Can't find a good reason, can't find hope to believe in. Down, 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 down. Drop dead, a bullet to my head. Your words are like a gun in hand. Can't take the state of the nation, just need some motivation. That was Sum 41. And we're going to go back on here and say, Zach R says, picked me up a number 67 ultra rare Myrmicorno. I think it'll be worth big money one day. I think so too, because it's under 100. That which Myrmicorno though? Was it a Ritmo? Ultra. I think that was YouTube. Hang on, let me. Hang on 1 sec. I have to go and get my guy over here. I'm going to share this. I'm going to share my stream, and I'm going to text it to him. Oh yeah. And I'm also going to go on my stream and give myself a like. That's what I'm going to do. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so what were we saying? Ultra Rare Myrmicorno. I think if that's Ritmo, I think definitely 100%. Because I think that's one of the only ones that had a... Ow! Ow! Alright. We got the details for the suspense of the featuring the first appearance of Natasha. Before I do get to that, though, I will go and see the Ritmo one that we are talking about. So it was, Zach, are the Ultra Rare Myrmicorno at number 67, which is a nice mint number. So I'm going to start collecting over here. Come on, digital collectibles. Alright, the drops. And the Myrmicorno, I always get confused between the Myrmicornos and the Unicornos, whatever they are. Yeah. All right, the Myrmicorno was you said the ultra rare? Okay, so that was a Corsica. There was only 3,500 of them, and he got number 67. It's 125? It could be. It could be. The one that I was thinking about was the Unicorno, and the Unicorno had that Ritmo Ultra Rare. That was one of the first ones that was animated. Like, you go and you press it, and it goes like nay. So that was one of the ones that I that I thought you got. That one I'd be a little bit more bullish on, because there's only 1,500 as opposed to 3,500, and it was one of the first ones that was animated. So, yeah, and when they were talking about races between the DeLorean and the Ecto-1, I feel like they're leaving a lot of stuff out. Why? If anyone remembers that Nicolas Cage movie, first off, there's a video about Nicolas Cage where he's just screaming for like 7 minutes. Just like Nicolas Cage screaming for 7 minutes, and he's just like, not the bees! Not the bees! It's a really good video. But he was in Ghost Rider, and it was a really bad movie. But in that, he has a motorcycle that he's ghost riding on, and the previous Ghost Rider had a horse. And that shows you, oh, really fast horse can equal a pretty good car or motorcycle. So I think, and this is just my opinion here, this is just purely speculation, that the races are not just going to be between the DeLorean and the Ecto-1, because the Ecto-1, not that fast. DeLorean, we know, can at least go 88 miles an hour. But all of the 12 Unicornos and all of the... How many Myrmicorns are there? The 9 Myrmicorns, I think, are going to be rideable and drivable as well. So that is just my opinion. But now, moving on to Marvel Digital Comic Tales of Suspense number 52. I won't be making a video of this. I'm just going to do it like this. Next offering, VeVe's digital comic lineup continues with another landmark from Marvel, Tales of Suspense number 52, fully readable with 5 variant covers in blind box format. Tales of Suspense number 52, the first appearance of Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. The future Avenger finds herself in the middle as Iron Man and Crimson Dynamo test their mettle against each other. It is, 30,000 editions, so we have a chance of getting 2 or 3 at this point, where some people... Half my stream yesterday, they only got 1. Half my stream didn't get any. Half my stream got 1, half my stream didn't get any. But now that we're able to get 30,000 editions, hopefully all of us can get 1, and some of us can get 2 or 3. But they are $7 per box. We have a common, which is 21,000, and these comics have been blown. I don't think there's any comics that are below $7. Like even the commons, they're above. Commons are 21,000, uncommons are 5,000, rares are 2,350, ultra rares are 1,050, and the secret rares are 600. Oh god, excuse me. So, yeah, at this point, if people are going to, like, from my tries, like, whatever, if they're selling comics under $7, buy as many as I can, because I messed up. People were buying them for like $4 or $5, and now they're like, $8, $10. People double their money just buying all these comics. Like it's bananas. So I'm very, very excited about it. I don't care. I'll buy as many, because even if I get all 3 commons, I'll still make my money back plus some. And then if you get a secret rare, which we had 3% of the secret rares drop on our channel, on this channel, right? It's our channel right here. Like I feel like a Russian. Our channel. Right here. So you have a much better chance of getting it if you're watching Chavez Tobia, if you're watching this. So I'm very excited. Cool beans. All right, moving on. Zach R says AOC has a fantastic upper region. AOC has a I've seen some pictures where I was like, oh, she bad. She I may not like her policies, but yeah, she bad. Orion Crypto Trader says OMI Tux. Well, yeah, OMI Tux, or an OMI, or a VeVe, a Komi Tux, a suit, or like I'll do a dress. If I want to be like modern, I'll do a dress. I don't give a fudge. Niall Ballantyne is going to get the first OMI tattoo that we know of. I think he's going to get it on one of his thigh quadrants. I'm not sure where. But he has so far made an appointment, or is trying to make an appointment, getting an estimate, hearing back. I can't wait. I hope he live streams that. It's going to be great. Justin says AOC hanging with the rich. She is a rich now. Mark Robertson says, how about selling your collectibles instead of OMI? Like maybe your duplicates could pay your taxes and bills. I don't have any duplicates anymore. I only have one of each, and because I want that clout of being like a big person in the Master Collector program, again, I only have 28 sets right now. Some people have like 34, 36, some people have all the sets. Donnie's going to be the biggest one to get. This is going to be the hardest one, at least for now. That's why I got Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn only has 500 of her, so I got 2 hymns. I do have 2 hymns, but I'm not going to sell my collectibles because I only have one of them, for the most part, and I have a lot of OMI, so I'll do that. Crypto Dan says, speaking of midgets, Justin says, kind of whack how Dan can't talk about what drugs he did because he's in healthcare where you really think about it. Well, Dan actually said we don't know that he did drugs or not, but he did say he had a very big college background, very big, broad experience, so I could imagine that he is well versed in a lot of what life has had to offer. But yeah, it's really weird how, and I hope that this moons really quickly so that I will have him on the podcast again when he retires, and I'll be like, hey, so what'd you do in college? You like grabby baddies, don't use Squidward. Like, that's exactly what I'm going to do. It'll be great. Omar Youssef says, how about a dollar OMI party in Dubai? That's fine. That's, well, probably before then. We'll try, I don't know, 50-cent party in Dubai. I have a bunch of people trying to get me out there. Like the 5th person to invite me. 3 people actually did invite me. You're like the 5th person to bring it up, though. YouTube says, I am making bank with my comics. Better percentage moves than my OMI. Yeah, comics are the way to go right now. The Butch Tan, who's got like 1 million followers on TikTok, one of the biggest TikTok celebrities in the Philippines, loves my shirt. Why, thank you, the Butch Tan. I am a Ravenclaw, and I think I'm like half Slytherin, half Ravenclaw. I've taken a couple of the tests, and one said Slytherin, one said Ravenclaw. It kind of pains me to say that I'm not Gryffindor. I think I'm brave. I think I'll rush into battle, saying Protego and and Gorgio and stuff like that. But I don't know, I guess I'm smart, and I guess I'm evil also. Drad says, good eye, Mike. Good eye, Drods. YouTube says, I'd rather have 500 to 500 secret rare than 100 million OMI. I don't know if I would 500 of 500 secret rare than 100 million OMI. OMI I think is a little more liquid. Definitely more liquid. 100 million OMI is a lot. 100 million OMI is, which I pretty much have, but it's that can make 100 millionaire. I guess secret rares maybe it could. Comics are more valuable than OMI, says YouTube. Yeah, they are. Right now, I don't think that'll stay that way, but yeah, right now they are. Justin said, this is why you make videos on a tablet, because you put your money into your Trust Wallet devices. That's true. Well, no, the Trust Wallet devices, they're just like a couple $100 for all of them, and and cold storage unit, and then at the bank as well. They storing them out there, but it's also, I just don't have room. I live in a very small 1-bedroom apartment. It's not even a bedroom, but it's my bedroom. I just don't have room. I don't have room for a computer. But I will soon. Justin's laughing at YouTube. He says, comics soon to be $100 and up for commons. That'd be great. Actually, maybe. I mean, we could probably do 2 comic drops a week, which honestly for us is amazing. That's just guaranteed money for us. Even if we only get commons, like #CommonGang, like all the common gangs, right down below, you're still making money. So you're just making guaranteed money every week, and every once in a while, you'll get a rare. You'll get an ultra rare. You might even get that secret rare, and you make $1,000 that week, or $2,000, depending on the rarity. I mean, yesterday, people were literally selling those secret rares for $9,500. And then it went down to like 96, then it went down to like, 65, 56, whatever. AKA Whale, what are the E2 updates? I did say at the beginning of the video, and I'll get that back to you in a second, but we got Patrick Kirk saying, at the Butch Tan, agreed, Ravenclaw for the win. Patrick Kirk, you seem awfully familiar. Anyway, I hope. Thank you for that $5 super chat, Patrick Kirk, and said Bush Chan agreed Ravenclaw for the win. I'm enlisted in the Ravenclaw army. Yeah. All right. So moving. Oh wow, there's a lot of comments. What was it saying? What are the so the E2 updates? I'll go over them again just because it has been about 50 minutes since I've gone over them. It was just saying, go to Twitter, go to the tweeters, like us on tweeters. Shane Isaac just tweeted out, just because we don't speak about a previously disclosed plan doesn't mean it's been abandoned. These things take time and there's a lot at stake. So I prefer to get, especially our bigger plans, right to benefit our supporters versus being pressured to rush to appease some naysayer. I agree with that 100%. And then I basically just said that I've sold everything except for Earth 2. Like, I'm going to show you guys something real quick. I could right now, if I want. All right, claim. Oh, I got more essence. Very good, very good. That is not right. It looked like it said for a second that, yeah, I'll just show you. It says 92,000 in there is my, but that's not right. It's only maybe about 56,000. So let's say if I sold everything at discounts, whatever, let's say I get an extra 25, 30,000 out of there, and I could put that into OMI, I'd get, let's say, 7, 8 more million OMI. I wouldn't do it. Like, if somebody actually offered me 100 grand for my account, I was like, no, because if I sell my account, if I sell the land in Chaveztopia, I'm never going to get that land for that price again. Just not. I'm never going to get that amount of tiles again for that price. It's just impossible to do. So, 100 grand, I declined. I was like, no, I can't do it. And also, because I go and say that there's a chance that this 100x's. There's a chance that this 1,000x's. Again, OMI has already 100x, more than 100x from where it started at. Earth 2 crypto is not out yet. So, Earth 2 is the only thing I see that has the potential to surpass OMI as far as ROI. And that's why I haven't sold. That's why I won't sell. So again, that's just my thing. Thank you guys for 50 likes. And all right, so moving on. YouTube says, owning the VeVe NFT more valuable than the overpriced OMI. I think OMI is severely underpriced, but I understand that right now, owning the NFTs, they just make money. They make a lot of money. YouTube says, OMI market cap is way too high. OMI market cap is not even $1 billion. Like, this is not even close to being anything close to high. OMI is 10 times overvalued. Buy the comics and make real money. I think I see what you're trying to do. It crossed my mind. I would never do it seriously about making like a FUD video and try to tank it. Let me buy more. But that seems evil. It seems wrong. I wouldn't do it. And also, yeah, I just don't want to do that. Also ruin my reputation. Just NFT and B says, when will buying or selling sets? I guess they'll probably have an update at some point where you could sell your set instead of just individual NFTs. That'd actually be pretty cool. I'd be looking forward to that. Excuse me. Justin says, at YouTube, VeVeVerse, for example, will burn through that wall. Yeah, VeVeVerse will burn through a bunch of it. So you look at Hex. You are troll. Who made that video the other day? I think it was about Hex, saying that, or maybe it was Luvium, whatever it was, saying like, hey, Hex and OMI are similar, or something in OMI was similar, and this other crypto went up so much. If OMI follows that same price, we go crazy high, like 10 cents by the end of the year if it happens. I don't know if that's possible right now, but when Immutable, probably in like 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I would say give or take a week or two. YouTube says, Justin, why do you think OMI is going to go up already? It's so much. It's nothing. It's not even a half a penny. Comes with more. Any exchange we can stake OMI, says Vamsi Krishna. We will be able to stake OMI, but it will be on the VeVe app or in the VeVeVerse. And the only thing that we'll be able to get is just rewards for the Master Collector program. Like we might be able to get the drops, a second or 2 seconds or 5 seconds faster than everybody else. Which I do see some people complaining about that. Like, oh, you're just giving the rich more, people that can afford to do that are rich people and rich people getting all the benefits. I understand, but like, if you want to play 4D chess, like that is a very short term. That is a very not very cash money of you to look at it that way. I understand that sentiment if you only look at the data that deep. Why are they giving benefits, those types of benefits, for staking OMI? If you stake OMI for a year or whatever, guess what happens? That OMI cannot be sold. That OMI is locked up, and you have less and less OMI in the circulating supply. So it doesn't matter. Collect NFTs. If you're an OMI hodler, you want people to stake. You don't care what the company has to do to get them to stake, because if that happens and you hold up billions of OMI, that means there's so much less in the circulating supply for people to go and buy and hold, for them to stake, or to buy and spend in the VeVeVerse. People only look at the first part and they're just so baffled by the problem that they don't see, like, no, it's not a problem. It's a solution to how we lock up tokens, make the price rise, burn more from the circulating supply. People don't see that. And I'm probably going to have to make a video of that at some point. YouTube, but yeah, we'll be able to stake OMI probably on the app or in the VeVeVerse. YouTube says, one of my comics went from $18 to $90. OMI has not moved since February. Well, OMI has moved a lot, but it hasn't moved like, you know what I mean? Hasn't consistently stayed up. But yeah, having, what was that, 4x? Yeah, it is great. 4xing your money is great, but it is, you can only buy, one of your comics went from $18 to $90. You can't buy 1,000 of those comics and then duplicate that the same way. OMI you can, because there's a lot. And 1,000 of those comics would just be, 10 would be 180, 1,000 be only $1,800. Even 10,000 of those comics to get $18,000, you just can't do that. You just can't. So OMI, it's a lot easier to make a lot more money. YouTube says, I've owned OMI from the start. If you owned OMI since it was 0.00003, yes, it's already 100x for you. I believe it can 100x again in the next couple of years. It says OMI won't go up for about 3 years. OMI is going to go up calm down, guy. Crypto Neon says, new media. YouTube, I'm just going to stop answering if you're just going to spout lies. Crypto Neon says, new Medium article just dropped. I just read that. Idris says, Medium out for the drop tomorrow. Idris says, yep. I just read all that. PlanetVampire.com says, true. I found OMI from a Son of a Tech video titled How to Buy OMI Token 5 months ago, yada, yada, yada. I have 2.4 million OMI. Nice. Atomic Z06 says, a tweet just released. Yep. YouTube says, 733 million. This is the current market cap. Akomi is not worth this much. Akomi is worth... Well, again, Akomi is loosely connected to the OMI token. But Akomi, with their licenses, is worth billions. And the token is not even worth $1 billion. So, yeah, you have to price it in correctly. You have to go and say, what is this worth? The company is worth billions, and the token is not even worth $1 billion right now. That does not even have billion market. That's why it's so undervalued. 3.3. 3 is a fully diluted market cap. Come on, it's not worth billions. Yes, this token is worth billions. It will be worth tens of billions. Guznek says, why we know comics are doing great. Without OMI, there would be no VeVe. Well, I mean, they do have to focus on the app first. They do have to make the app a success. If the app is a success, then if the app is not a success, OMI will go to zero. So they had to focus on the app first. They had to focus on making really good products, really good line. And again, they're just cranking stuff out. Comics, other drops. Batman Day is Saturday. I am expecting to see something on Batman Day. Like an announcement, like a comic or something, or Batman figurine. I know they already have like 5 series of Batman, but it's Batman Day, so. Yeah. So Gooseneck agreed. YouTube says OpenSea is the biggest NFT exchange. VeVe cannot even touch OpenSea. Come on, guys, get in reality. Well, they're going to be. A lot of our stuff is going to be on OpenSea, so we're going to be working together, which I'm excited for. Real Talk says, do you think any of the video game platforms would be interested in joining forces? Nintendo, Sega, Neo Geo. Joining forces with VeVe, like in Akomi, or joining forces with each other? because Nintendo and Sega do have agreements. Neo Geo, like I don't know what Neo Geo is, but Nintendo, Sega, yeah, for Akomi probably a lot. Nathan Van Roy says Sam Wilson was a sergeant in the U.S. Air Force, but what rank? Like, was he like a staff sergeant? Was he a master sergeant? I'm very curious to see what rank he was. Gooseneck says 90% of the stuff on overseas is crap. That is also true, which is amazing because again, if people are paying tons of ETH for crap, how much do you think they're going to pay for licensed digital collectibles that look great? Again, officially licensed, and a bunch of those people that have, digital stuff of Spider-Man or Batman or whatever, Akomi and DC and Marvel are going to be like, you're going to cease and desist letters, because Akomi, like all of these companies that they're working with, can afford to spend tens of millions of dollars a year on lawyers to say like, nope, you're not doing that. You're making money. Like, it's just what they do. So OpenSea is going to go through a huge transformation because of us. YouTube says I'm buying Avengers right now. That's not buying more OMI, buy Avengers. Short term, like the next couple weeks, yeah, maybe that goes up. And you might maybe double or triple. And over long term, you might, but OMI's going to shoot up, in my opinion, a lot more. Again, just my opinion. Bruin says, I love you, man, but the singing, I'm sorry, Bruin, but my Patreon members, shout out my Patreon members, they come to expect it, and I have to shout out my Patreon members because they feed me, they give me a lot of money, so yes. Speaking of which, you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, you're wrong when it's right, it's black and it's white, we fight, we break up, we kiss, we make up, you don't really want to change, no, you don't really want to go, oh. Oh, it's Katy Perry with Hot and Cold. So I try to be a little bit not as loud with the singing. Sorry about that, Bruin. Kurt says, did you ever talk about how you got into VeVe and Akomi? Would love to hear that story. Yeah, sure, I can go over that real quick. I was just doing some Earth 2 research, looking at what Earth 2 could possibly use, what type of chain they would be on, blockchain they would be on for their crypto. And Shane had posted out a tweet, and if you redo the letters, it was, what do you call it? I'm sorry, hang on one second. I don't know why people decide to call me today. So this is like a streaming. What's up, fam? And if you put out the letters like that he capitalized that shouldn't have been capitalized, part of it spelled out Go Chain. And I was like, oh, okay. So the Earth 2 crypto is going to be on the Go Chain. And it's not anymore. It's not. It's not because, again, that Ben Gadenzi guy, everything that he touches turns to crap. And every person that works with him is usually worse off for it. So they're not doing that. That was because of him. They were going to go on GoChain. They're not going on GoChain. And we got a $5 super chat from Raythax saying, smash that like button. It's the easiest way to support our man Randy. That's true. Clicking a like does not take any money. It takes about 1 or 2 seconds, maybe 2 seconds to line up the thumb. Click that like button. That does mean the world to me. Thank you guys for 55 likes. And thank you, Raythax, for that $5 hair super chat. Where was I here? Where was the... Oh, yeah, so Kurt. The story goes that I had... and I was looking for things on the Go chain, because that's what Earth 2 was going to have their crypto on. And I looked for coins with a big... with a lot of supply. And what do I find? I find OMI. And what do I find? There's this guy named Earth2 Mastery, who was actually one of the first OMI YouTubers. Before me, before Taps, before Dan Lee, before some of the big names that you see here, it was Earth2 Mastery that started doing videos on OMI. And Earth2 Mastery, if you can't tell by his name, came from Earth2 as well, same as me. He's a great guy, he's awesome, totally check out his channel. Hasn't made any videos in a while. But yeah, he goes and he made a few videos on that. And I was like, wait a minute. Wouldn't it be completely bananas as like if this video that he's making of OMI is going to be for... So I made a live stream like Earth2 is using OMI. Will Coulter with a $5 super chat saying, "Hey Randy, when I call you, answer, my brother." I was like, "Girl," so let me text him like, "Girl, text me, fam." I love you, Will Coulter. He's a guy I used to work with back in the days. He's a good dude. I think he has some OMI as well. If he's got a couple million, he'll be a millionaire in a couple of years. He does a lot of good stuff. He says LMAO. Love you, Will Coulter. I miss you, buddy. I'll visit sometime soon. Sure, heckin' do. So yeah, then I make a live stream on Earth 2 saying like, guys, this is tokens, really cheap. There's a lot of supply out there. This could be the crypto that we're using on Earth 2. And then I go and I look deeper into OMI, and I think it was Orion Crypto Trader that had the first video I saw on OMI. I actually watched all the way through about the tokenomics and NFTs, which I knew about NBA Top Shot, and I did a little bit of research on that. Like, this could be interesting. You know, if I go and get some of the packs, I open up a rare NFT, and that's what I thought really a lot of NFTs were. You know, I didn't really know too much about CryptoKitties or I don't even Bored Apes was a thing yet. Whatever it was. So I go and I say, I do a lot more research into OMI. I read the white paper. I do, again, didn't know who David Yu was, didn't know who Dan Crothers were. I found out really heckin' quickly. The biggest thing was when I found out that Alfred R. Kahn was doing the licensing. I was like, oh, I gotta get in this. And if Will Coulter is still listening to this, Will Coulter, Tom, I don't know if Tom still works there. Tom, he told me about the time that how he knew that he needed to get into Facebook. It was when his wife was having his last kid, or one of his kids, and his wife is finishing up. His wife does not have baby in hands. Wife just gave birth. Nurse is coming in to hand her newborn baby. Wife is like, hang on a sec, let me finish up this Facebook post. And Tom says, he texts his buddy at that time, he's like, hey, we gotta get into Facebook. And that's how he knew. When Alfred R. Kahn, I found out that he was head of licensing for this, it was over. It was over. I knew what I had to do. At that time, I told Will Coulter, guy that used to work with, I told our business partner Dan, I was like, hey guys, at that time, before this, I was like, I'm going to sell a bunch of my stuff and I'm just going to buy Bitcoin. I'm going to buy everything into Bitcoin. And at that moment, I pivoted, if I could quote Ross from Friends, and pivot, I pivoted from putting everything into Bitcoin to putting everything into OMI. Because I had to. I knew that this card, this card that I paid $80,000 for last year, which I wound up more than tripling my money for this year, I knew I had to sell that. I knew I had to put in everything. The more that I got into it, the more that I researched, Andre Jick buying $150,000 worth of OMI near the top at like 0.009 or whatever. He had, like 16 million OMI. I knew I had to go in. The more that I researched into it, the more that I loved it. And I love bad negative news. I love naysayers. I love people like YouTube that says like OMI is trash. It's not worth that much. Buy the comics, which, okay, fair point. Buy the comics. Comics have been performing a lot better than OMI. So fair point. But I love the FUD because it's so undervalued. People don't know what it is. And people are just like, oh, like, yeah, the app is crap. The app is so slow. The app is laggy. There's so many bugs and glitches in it. You think they're not going to fix that? If you do your research on this company and look at what David Yu and Dan Crothers have done, you think that none of this is going to get fixed? You're absolutely out of your heckin' minds if you think that this is not going to get better. If you think that this is not going to 100x inside of X amount of years. So, yeah, that's what I went in. And again, for Bitcoin, I was not going to sell most of my I was going to sell my Pokemon card. I don't think I was going to sell Tesla. But I have a tiny bit of Bitcoin left, but it's like nothing. It's like I had 3 Bitcoin at one point. Now I have like not even a tenth, maybe a tenth of it. So that's the story. I hope that entertained you. Are you not entertained? He just says, Akomi is an awesome company, but the time to buy was in 2020. Not now. It's already 10x more than once. Yeah, it's 100x from where it was, but that's still like that's for founders. These are the early adopters. Like this is stupid undervalued in my opinion. It says buy all collectibles. So I do. I have 28 sets. So like you can't tell me that I'm not buying the collectibles. Like I'm not choosing one of. Do I have a lot more in OMI than I do in the collectibles? Yeah, absolutely. But I have 28. I have 28 completed sets. So, if a Comey goes up another 10x, no. If Comey goes up to 4 cents. I'm not selling. Well, I'll have about $4 million, which is great. But I'm not cashing out there. This is stupid undervalued. Stupid undervalued. Dude says, the higher my OMI goes, the more I want to cash out and buy VeVe NFTs. That's your prerogative. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do or not to do. It's not financial advice. Mike Squire says, Ecto1, 1 out of 6, slept on. I'm okay with because I'm accumulating. Get that bread. Planet Vampire says, hoverboard is drivable? I have 160. You have 160 hoverboards? Oh my god. That's a lot. That's a lot. They might be drivable. I hope so. That'd be really fun. Gooseneck says, stop with the OMI FUD. You just almost want to buy up all the hoverboards. They're cool. I have a complete set, although it's not that much. That's actually a very cheap set to complete, is the hoverboards. He just says, I'm thinking to buy up all the Enterprises and those cheap Borgs. There's a lot of actually, how many Borgs? There were only, what, 1,000 of them? Let me see what the Borgs are. Alright, moving on. Star Trek Borgs. How many of them are there? 6,888. It's a lot to buy. It's a lot to buy. Like, why I bought 2 hymns is because hymns are, there's only 300 of them, and there's like only 13 available. The Ultra Enterprise, even that's 5,888. But what are the Borgs were going for like $60 or $70. $62 right now you can get. So you can get those. I do want to complete my Captain America set. I still need a secret rare, and I still need the ultra rare. Ultra rare is pretty easy to get, but the secret rare is like $700 something. I need a lucky. I could do the Mondo series, like less than $500 for the Mondo series. So I can get that. I can finish my Labbit set for pretty cheaply for, I don't know, like $600, because I have the ultra rare Labbit set. Or I have the ultra rare Labbits, that one. But yeah, the big one is him. Him is, there's only 12 of them in the market, and $3,900 for the cheapest. I can't believe I bought it. $2,600 and $3,300, or I'm sorry, $3,400. The price, the floor has been raised by me. Sorry, guys. I think I want to buy up all the Enterprise. Yeah, Bruins has got one yet. Mike Squire says 10x OMI equals FUD. YouTube says the story is all about VeVe, not OMI this year. Yeah, it is. Ryan says, so lucky I got an ultra rare yesterday. Oh, nice, Bruin, nice. Wubba says, YouTube, please go ahead and buy as much as you want. Buy the Commons. Wubba says, best practice is probably to have both OMI and VeVe NFTs. Yeah, probably good to diversify. Comics are very limited. Justin says, the real Randy Chavez banned this guy. I don't really ban. The only time I'd really ban someone is if, again, this is just his opinion, and I think it's wrong. But he's gone and said, like, oh, I think OMI's overvalued. Then he says it could 10x. If he knew it was over, like, if he like thought, like 100% thought he was overvalued, he would have sold his OMI. But then he says, like, oh, it can 10x. I was like, okay, well, at least kind of, you know. But I'll only ban someone if they're straight up, like, lying. Like, again, it's his opinion. If he says, like, something like, Alfred Archon is not the head of licensing, do your research. Or if he says, like, I don't know, like, David Yu is, like, a mastermind criminal, is, like, a rug pull. I should have probably banned David Rosen's mom, because he continues to say it's a scam. I haven't seen his comments in a while, though. There was this one guy that I had to ban because his username was RAYPNG. You can tell what that spells. Minors. I was like, I just don't even freaking like your name. You get the fudge out of here with that. Miss me with that. And he was just, and again, just negative person as well, saying like Earth 2's a scam and saying, I don't even know what he said about OMI. But if it's just a question and you frame it in a negative way, I don't think I can ban you for that, because that's just, again, as a military member, saying like, okay, freedom of speech, yeah, do that. If it's a straight up lie, or lies, continue to do that, maybe that'll be warranting a ban. But for the most part, if it's just like even asking a question that's just with an opinion that might be that I think is wrong, I don't think I have the right to ban you for that. I mean, it's my channel. Technically, I can do what I want, but Again, I don't want to be like a Iron Fist Chavez, you know. He just says, I just blocked you, Justin. It's your problem. Come on, guys. Keep it nice. What's up, Ginferno? How's it going? Peter VDB says, what's up, OMI fam? He just says, Donnie is a scam. Gooseneck says, you are drinking. I am not drinking. Because Donnie is a scam. Like, it's, people can list things for what they want for, and people pay. Again, people pay. So, yeah. Last week, we told people to buy the rare House of X. It was $25. Now, okay. So, yeah, if you bought the House of X last week, according to YouTube, and you got it for $25, you could have tripled your money. So good for you guys if you did that. Excuse me. Crypto Neon says, you think we're going to end up seeing a Shang-Chi collectible some point soon? Probably not at any point soon. Probably, I mean, again, they just did, like, outside of the Marvel Mighties, you know, which is nice. They got the Captain Americas in there, Fantastic Four. They've really only done Spider-Man and Captain America. They've had the comics and all that, but Iron Man, Thor, Loki, these guys, especially the Loki ones, are going to be big. And yeah, I get it. You know, you have, you already have Red Skull with the Tesseract. Are you going to want Loki with the Tesseract as well? You know, whatever. But you have a bunch of amazing, crazy, fantastic characters that Shang-Chi just isn't really a big one yet. Again, that movie was great. The actor was great. I had a lot of fun in that movie. It was good. You have the Hulk as well. So I don't think Shang-Chi will be for a little while. OGV Collector says, Randy, what up? I the Legends is 100% Slytherin house. Very nice. I am half Slytherin. Roger Wright says, I would love to see a Mortal Kombat and I would love that. Sub-Zero was my guy. Like, that was it. I would just, like, start with a whatcha, kick down, and whatcha, kick down, and then, like, you know, you do back button, and then you take out, you sweep the leg, Johnny. That's what he does. And then as he would go up, papa, uppercut, and then freeze, and then just such a good. I was so good at that arcade game, so good. Pat and we have a Patrick Kirk here saying at Butch Tan, agreed, Ravenclaw for the win. Butch Tan's good. Thank you, Patrick Kirk, for that $5 super chat. OGV Collector says, I am at 300 commons. Nice. Jose Valdez says, I have 230 Hulk common. My God, that is a lot. Dude, you guys are bananas. Go crazy. I hope it moons for you, and I hope you guys get like $100,000 from them. Dude says this week's winner is going to be the Rare Avengers. Right now, about $400. It will double to $800 in a week. I hope it does. Only 1,000 minted. Who says, Jose, keep stacking them. You almost got your own store. KY says, are we buying all common comics then? Honestly, I don't think it matters. You buy I don't think there are any comic books right now that are under $7. I don't think there are any under like $8 or $9. I think that whatever you get on these drops, be happy that you got some because you can sell them and make money like right away. Mark Robertson says, yeah, we're all buying comics and hodling them. YouTube says, man, you guys are acting like saying OMI will go down 90%. Cannot happen. Never heard of any investors not being reasonable. Doesn't just go up. Market does. I mean, it's already lost 90% of its thing at one point because it was up to like, 1 point something cents. And then it went down to 0.001 something. Just not in a bear market. In a bull market, it's just not going to do that. Unless like World War III, Black Swan event, or like alien invasion, and they abduct, all the founders, like, David Yu, Dan Crothers, Alfred Arco. Sure, maybe. It's just not going to do that in a bull market. If, when we have a crypto winter, bear market, sure, I can see Bitcoin losing 40, 50%, and this going down 80%, yeah, but that's just not what we're in right now. So, yeah, not for a long time. Cosmos says, see you to the moon, OMI homies. Jay Poppin says, they should be doing a limited drop 10 seconds before the actual drop for master collectors. I think that's probably what they will do. 10 seconds is a lot of time, but who knows? Jay Poppin says, so let's say 100,000 is minted, then only 5K are available for 10 seconds before the... Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That could be cool. Jay Poppin says, numbers could be adjusted depending on mint size and ratio of master collectors to regular. I love those ideas. Should work for them. Nathan Van Roy says Foster made that video. Okay, so that was a video Foster Hilt, I think. That compared, it was either Hex to OMI or something else to OMI, where they have around the same circulating supply, and the other crypto went like this, and OMI's still down here, and if OMI does the same thing, we like go to the moon. Connor says, hey Randy, the great. Why, thank you. Maxwell says, Batmobile? Oh, Batmobile on Saturday would be legit. And Ray thanks that $5 super chat saying, hit that like button is the easiest way to support the man, Randy. Why, thank you. Ray thanks, thank you so much. So yeah, hit that like button, guys. Smash that like button. Oh, I almost have 69 likes. Somebody give me another like for that 69th like. Bruin says, hey, that last singing was not bad. Draft a contract, sign on the line. Totally. Jay Odabo says, I stopped watching you. Now I'm back. Welcome back. Oh, 74 likes. And remember, at the beginning of my videos, I say, guys, if you're new, welcome. And then I say, if you're not, welcome back. And I give you the big hug. And then I say, hi, Dashi. I think it was Orange Bag Lady was talking in Twitter Spaces the other day. And she's like, oh, Randy, I love how you give a hug to everyone. I was like, I love that. Oh, you guys are great. Hugs are good. Justin says, Akomi up 17.76%. America. Gotta love America. Proud to be an American. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to OMI here. And we are at 4.43%. I'm sorry, 0.00443. Almost at that 444 level, which is nice. Yeah, all right, moving on. And Will Coulter with that $5 super chat says, hey, Randy, when I call you, answer, my brother. Will Coulter's a good dude. I don't know. Apparently, I have seen them play my videos at the office before. I don't know if that's here right now. If they're doing that right now. If they are, great. If not, no big deal. And yeah, shout out to you, Will Coulter. He's a buddy of mine. We talk wrestling together. Eddie. For anyone that watched WWE, Eddie Guerrero was like my favorite. And so good. Josh C says, what's up, you crazy Yahoo? What up, Josh C? The Gale says, facts. OMI was a no-brainer in March, and even more so now. I don't think I've ever had this. I had a very high conviction level in Tesla. I have more of a conviction level in this Akomi company than I did in Tesla. And go watch. I have a whole Tesla playlist. Go watch that, saying Tesla has won the decade. I've been saying that since last year. I knew it. Akomi has won the decade as far as NFTs. Yeah, this is not even a hard call. Not even a hard call. Again, but you do have to think about things. And again, when I said that, they have staking, and if you do a certain amount of staking, certain amount of millions of OMI, 10 million OMI, whatever, you'll get to be able to get access to the drops a few seconds earlier. And if you just look at that, you don't ask why, you just say, oh, they're doing that. That's not fair to people that don't have millions of OMI to stake. But again, if you only look at the problem and you're not looking at why they're doing that, saying, okay, well, that ties up a bunch of OMI from the circulating supply and that'll cause it to rise. People just aren't asking those questions. You have to go about this every single scenario, and that's the way I research companies. Why? Again, that high-risk lending business, me and Will Coulter are in. Okay, well, why is your credit 625? Is it like a dirty 625, or is it like, oh, hey, you just haven't had people pay you back? You had to, pay your money that you had to use to pay your people and take out credit cards to buy materials, and that's why your credit's down? Cool. You're owed like $50,000, only need $20,000. Perfect. You have to ask why. Banks don't ask why. Banks are stupid. Banks leave so much money on the table, and I have a personal problem with leaving money on the table. Never like to do it. So, yeah. Bruin says, yeah, OMI is up. I want to put another 2,000 in, but I'm waiting for it to drop so I can get $1 million. I hope I didn't snooze on this next buy. Randy made the price jump up. I don't think I did, but I always buy whenever I have money. I know I buy now. I buy as soon as I can, knowing that it could get cut in half at any point. But I just don't think that. I just think, okay, at least I got this. At least I get this now. And we got a $5 super chat from Ray Thaxton. Quick question. Is an evaluation of 0.02487, almost 2.5 cents, per essence a fair calculation? I did this by dividing $9.95 by 40 essence. That is a fair calculation for right now, based on just being able to buy EPLs. But I believe that Essence currently, even though that could be the going rate for Essence right now, is very, very undervalued. Once we're able to do a lot more with Essence, gain a lot more resources, and use that for your properties, I think it will increase a lot. But yeah, I think by what you're saying, the 400, yeah, that's probably right for right now. Because 10. 1 second. Okay, let's see. Yeah, roughly about that. I just had to double check my math there real quick. But again, that's what it is right now. So if you can go to someone and be like, I don't even think you can transfer Essence, but if you could be like, hey, transfer all your Essence, and you can get it for around that price, I think that's really good. That being said, I was buying gold jewels at like $1.20, and I was buying jewels at like 50 cents, 40 cents, 35 cents, 20 cents, 15 cents. What can we get jewels now for? Let's take a look-see. Go to the bazaar. You can get jewels for 12 cents. So what am I going to do? I just bought more jewels just because I've just been buying all the way down. That's just what I do. It's what I specialize in. Where were we? Uh-huh. YouTube says, I did not overstate Comey is trash. I'm a long-term hodler, just a strong believer. I just do not think this is a time to put all your money into a Comey. Smarter to buy into the comics. Short-term, this just goes to what we believe. Just, you're obviously making money with the comics. People can't say that you're losing money. They can't say that you're stupid. But long-term, this is, I believe in OMI a lot more. Kryptonian says, I remember trying to buy a Corsica for over an hour before an order even went through because the app was so laggy. Look how far we've come. Agreed, 100,000%. The apps, it wasn't that good. It was laggy. I couldn't even get drops because they didn't have the servers. And again, why I am okay with this is because for Earth 2, we couldn't buy anything for days. For Earth 2, we could barely log on. It was so glitchy. So many people were on the website. They had to shut down for a couple days, and you see a bunch of people that are just like, this is laggy, this rug pull is a scam. And it's like, guys, you realize that we just went viral on TikTok, and like 100,000 people are now in trying to do everything. Well, the servers were not meant for that, at least not at the time. And I saw the same exact thing happen with VeVe, where everyone's like, oh, these are insane. These, this app is laggy. They're gonna. Nobody's going to want to invest in this. Nobody's going to want to put money in this because they can't buy anything. Seen it before. And again, look where we are. So I'm happy I can look past the trees to see the forest. Kurt says, I'd rather race on my Ritmo. Imagine a Ritmo on like a hoverboard. That'd be pretty fun. Kryptonian says that would actually be dope. Kryptonian says, if VeVe made their own Zed run using mermacorns and unicorns. Dude, if we could breed... Oh, that'd be bananas. I don't think we'd be able to, but still be fun. YouTube says, better be a VeVe whale. There are people with billions of OMI. Just makes sense. I mean, that's true, but you also have multiple people like not Wraithax, like Ray Fixie, who just buying up Todd's. Again, when you have a bunch of people that are buying these and they like corner the market, they kind of raise the price up. And again, I get it. It's just. There's going to be a lot more people there's going to be a lot more money into OMI, I believe, because the NFTs, they're both good. They're both really, really good. And like I said, I spent $30-something thousand on the NFTs, 28 sets. 2 are hymns. 2 of mine are hymns. That's not even the most expensive one. Most expensive, the Harley Quinn Ultra Rare, cost me like $5,000. But I have a lot more. I spent 30-something thousand in that. I spent more than 10x of that into the OMI token. So yeah. Be dope. And you bet you bet OMI on the races. Gambling will be a thing. I guarantee it. I guarantee it'll be a thing. Wagering OMI. Or something along those lines. Thank you guys for 80 likes. That means the world. You says, look, in my opinion, is the NFT will 10x on OpenSea over my OMI. I'm putting money into VeVe now, not OMI. It's a valid option. I think some NFTs can even more than 10x on OpenSea, like a lot more than 10x. But again, not all of the NFTs, and it's a chance that it won't. But yeah, I believe that too. But OMI, I just see as just a lot more liquid, and it's a lot easier for me. It's a, or at least it's not now, but it's going to be a lot easier when we get on exchange. It's going to be a lot more liquid. Crypto Neon says 100. Roby1 Kenobi says, get it. What's up, Roby1 Kenobi? How's it going? Ruben Parker says, for someone with very little equity, around 2,500 Australian dollars, would you recommend purchasing tokens and flipping them for short ROI, or just investing in OMI and continuing to invest based off income? I sold pretty much everything except for Earth 2 for OMI. The only things that I'm not selling are my NFTs and my Earth 2. Everything else I sold for OMI. Like, I have no Tesla. I have very few Pokemon cards. A few Pokemon cards that I'm selling, I'm selling. And then I have, what do you call it? I have like 1/10 of the Bitcoin left that I'll try to buy some more OMI with soon. Richard Samuel says, hey Randy, good to see you and good night. Night, Richard Samuel. So yeah, Ruben Parker, that's just what I do. I just went all in on OMI. Brad Hansen says, I'd flip my secret rare Avengers for OMI coin all day. Yeah, if you could. Florida Bird Breeder says, I missed if Randy got any EPLs. Please say if you got any good ones. Chavez Topia, Randy Chavez City. I have a couple of them. I don't have like a ton though. I didn't get any crazy ones. Peter says, comics are the wave short term. Comics are good. Comics are the way. Like, this is the way. I don't see Mandalorian. Jinferno says, still a great time to buy OMI. I bought Doge for 0.0023 and sold on the way up to 0.0074 a year later. Wow, that's incredible. Jinferno must have made a fudge ton of money there. People saying it is impossible for OMI to go up. Please explain how Doge is a better project. It's not. It's not. Doge is not a better project. It is time for my 90-minute Patreon member shout-out. So, Patreon members, I love you all. Sorry, girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you couldn't see the man that boy could be. There is more than meets the eye. I see the soul that is inside. Hang on a second. Zach Keeley saying, you're sexy, dad. So Zach Keeley, I did used to serve with. He is a beast on guitar, and I actually moved into one of his old bandmates' houses. He came up to me and was like, hey Chavez, you're about to move? You want to just move in with me? Pay a little rent? I was like, sure. So it was me, him and his wife living there, and Keeley was in the band. So they'd be playing like rock band. I'd be making like peanut butter sandwiches. We had dogs running around. His wife would be making food. Like, it was just a good time. And Keeley's just a wicked guitar player. If you can click on him, like, I go to his YouTube, his wicked good guitar player. We love Zach Keeley. So yeah, Jinferno, I believe OMI. I think OMI will be a top 20 coin in a couple of years. Top 10 maybe, but top 10 probably by the end of the decade. Yeah. And Frank J says, hey Randy, I would like to have you evaluated. Some of my Pokemon cards, some are first edition. I need to laminate the most valuable ones, but don't know which and sell the lower value ones to buy OMI. On Twitter, message me the pictures of the first edition holo cards, front and back. So first edition holos, send me a close-up picture of the front and a close-up picture of the back, so I could see if there's any whitening, if there's any edge wear, that type of deal, see if it's off-center or not. Jinferno says, I personally think Doge is crap, even though I made money on it. Yeah, I think it is too. I think that there's no... Elon Musk wants to give it utility somehow. I don't think he's going to be able to, but... That being said, you should never bet against Elon Musk, but I just don't see it. I don't see it right now. Again, there's a couple things that I don't see, and I don't... Maybe one day I'll be proved wrong. Where Crypto Rain, guy who's much smarter than me, been in crypto a lot longer, has said that potentially OMI could get up to $1 by the end of this bull run, which should end by the end of next year. I don't see that. I see maybe, really good bull case scenario. Like, not golden goose egg, but really good bull case scenario. 20 cents by the end of next year. I think it's going to go 5x from that. But, and again, he's not saying it'll stay there. It might touch there and then, come back down. Out of $100 million. I mean, I would scale up. When it hit like 20 cents, I might sell a couple million. Then at 25, every 5 or 10 cents, I might sell a couple million. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. G. Walm says, I bet you believe in OMI, but do you ever feel you have too much in it? Even having half of what you put in would still make you mega rich if it moons. Going all in is risky on anything. Be careful, friend. So I understand that 100%. Any financial advisor or any person with common sense would be like, hey, 5% of your net worth in any one thing? Okay. 10% is pushing it. Like, that is, like, 10% of your net worth in any one thing is a lot, and you probably should not do that. That is what a lot of classic investors will say. And the idea and the blueprints, like, kind of behind that is that saying, if you have, let's say 20 different projects, you all put 10 grand in, so it's $200,000, and they are all, let's say, decent, you're going to figure that 5 of those projects or 8 of those projects will go to 0. Some of them will stay the same, some will go up, but if a couple moon, like they 10 or 100x, you made so much money. That's the idea behind that. But for me, it's like, let's say baseball. If anyone's seen the movie Moneyball, it explains very well that you have some hitters, let's say they hit their average, let's say is like 300 average. Out of every 10 times they get up to bat, 3 times they'll get a hit. That's 300%, it's 30%, which is good. 3 out of every 10 times getting a hit is pretty good. Now, if you have but that's because if somebody has 2 strikes on them and they have to swing at the next strike or else they get out. So they have to swing. That brings their average down. But what if you were a baseball hitter and there was no strike count? You didn't have to swing at something that you didn't want to, and you only swung at the pitches that were in your zone. Like, let's say if it's low and outside, that's your zone. And let's say with that, you hit, 500. You increase the chances of getting a hit increase exponentially. Investing, I feel the same way. I'm not going to diversify. One, because I don't like to put money into a company unless I know that company intimately. When I was doing the high risk lending, I would speak with the owners. I would speak with the CEOs. I would see exactly like their temperament, what they were, if I want to give money to them. I can't actually physically speak with a lot of these, with Elon Musk. So I watched all of his interviews. I can't speak with David Yu and Dan Crothers, Alpha.com. So what did I do? I watched every single one of their interviews that I could find and just seeing what they did, their accomplishments, exploring their Wikipedia page. And if I know a company intimately, I have no issue going all in on them because of what they're doing with their vision. And I have not been wrong yet. There's a bunch of people in the high-risk lending business that I lost money on just because pandemic happened. And not because their business failed. They weren't allowed to work. So that's why I did lose some money in 2020. Again, a lot of it back. Again, most of that back and more because of Tesla and Pokemon. But I'm not wrong. I have not been wrong yet. I don't believe I'm wrong now. I am 99.99% sure that this will do what I think it does. And also, I don't want this money for me so I could buy like 10 houses and like 20 cars, mostly Teslas. Although I will get a Tesla next year. I'm doing it for animals. I'm doing it so that I can help make America all shelters, no-kill shelters this decade. I want to help save a bunch of endangered species by buying land in Madagascar. I can do that a lot easier and a lot quicker if I go all in on this, where I believe it's going to moon. So yeah, I could do that a lot quicker, a lot easier if I go all in. So yeah. Um, that's why. And so I know the risks, and my original hedge against this was Bitcoin, but I have so much confidence in myself that I'm my own hedge. That's why I sold pretty much the rest of my Bitcoin. If it fails, okay, I'm my hedge. I can go and I could go and remake this money again in like 6-10 years. Zero Cool says, haha, if aliens were to abduct the founders, right? You're the best. YouTube says, I own both OMI and VeVe for the record. Just see more excitement and fun by buying comics. And again, it is exciting to buy comics at one price and watch them 3x and flip. It is nice. Owning OMI has been really lame for a long time now. I like boring. Boring is good. If other people find it boring, be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be excited when other people are bored. Justin says, YouTube, after all this, why do you say this? YouTube says, you guys act like OMI hit a new all-time high. When that day arrives, yes, I will be talking about OMI new time high. Until then, comics. It should have that, I think, by next month. It's only been 6 months. It's not a very long time at all. Cyclone Darby says, Medium is out. Yes, I did read that before. Very excited with it. Junior says, Justin, ha 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 ha. Ginferno says, I love the comics too. I want at least one of every one if it's a common. I should have waited price drop, but I paid $128 for the last common. Wanted to make sure I had it before I went to bed. Gotcha. I hate going to sleep. You can miss so much when you go to sleep. You could miss so much. It's ridiculous. So I don't like it. Like death, it puts even the most powerful of men on their backs. Raylex says, quick question. Oh yeah, the evaluation that you presented, I think, is right now based on the math. But I think Essence is stupid undervalued. 2.5 cents for Essence. Yeah, crazy undervalued, in my opinion. Toda also says, OMI is in the top 219 on CoinMarketCap. It'll be top 100 soon. It'll be top 50 by next year. It'll be top 20 by maybe the year after that. Huddle Yo says, OMI is up. Great stuff. Mikey Veve says, hey Chavez, you the man. Thanks, fam. Nimba Creation says 0.0045. We're doing it, boys. We're becoming mighty. Name that movie. It was, I'll just name it for you guys. It was when, down a little bit. We were at 0.00452. Now we're at 0.0448. Either way, it's fine. When the Looney Tunes in Space Jam, they're like trying to get in shape for the next basketball game. So Richard Simmons is doing like his home workout video, and he's like, "You're doing it. You're becoming mighty." And then you see like Porky Pig and Daffy Duck, they're doing it. It's just really funny. That old Space Jam movie is like vintage '90s cheese. It's good times. JD says, YouTube doing too much, dude. So, I mean, whatever YouTube is doing is working for him or her. But I believe OMI will do well for us a lot better. I was just trying to help people out. 180 AD says, I'm planning on holding OMI for years, but over this time, how do you think competitors entering the market will affect OMI's price, i.e. Epic or Google building a metaverse as well? I think there's a difference between getting into the NFT space and getting into the metaverse space. A lot of competition with metaverse. Right now, OMI has no serious competition as far as NFTs. The metaverse yet to be determined. It's not out yet. Right now, Earth 2 is ahead of them. Earth 2's got you can buy land. You could do land income taxes. A lot of updates. So that's why I'm even more bullish on the Earth 2 crypto, because we have the metaverse out. Like, we're ahead of each other. Things are on the blockchain. So that's why I like Earth 2 crypto. That's why I think it has the potential to go higher than OMI because of where it's at. And that's why I haven't sold any Earth 2. That's why I'm very bullish on it. But that being said, so the metaverse, I don't know. I hope it's good. I know they'll have gamification. Axie's going to the moon. Illuvium. But the NFTs, there are no serious competition for NFTs for OMI right now. Excuse me. I'm planning on holding OMI for years, but over this time, how do you think... I just read that. I'm sorry. Brad Macau says, I'm waiting for Coinbase to allow for trading for staked ETH2. It's killing me. My money is tied up. I can't wait to buy more OMI. I feel ya. VV Darklink says 30,000 comics tomorrow. Oh, VV Darklink. There is somebody that is actually put their Neo Genesis box, the same one that we were talking about, for the price that I was talking about at 35.5. So I want to lower that price for you because I don't. Why would you buy mine, pay for mine in OMI when you could buy somebody else's? So I'm going to lower that price for you. Instead of 35.5, I'd make it $33,000 for you. So $33,000 for that price. So you save an extra $2,500. Tell your wife. Maybe that'll get her give the approval. So yeah, 32K for you. I'm sorry, 33K for you, VeVe Darklink. Willie Rex says, I knew about VeVe on February. Since then, 148 million OMI in my bag. Making me feel small. You just said thumbs up, Willie Rex. Yeah, dude, Willie Rex, he's badass. Actuary 1776 says, Coin Bureau and other big name content creator has mentioned VeVe recently. I'm guessing the team has something to do with this and wouldn't be doing it if Immutable X and MTL weren't eminent. Yeah, again, Rogers and Cowan. Rogers and Cowan is a very, very good, reputable company, and they're going to help. And I can't wait for the help. I can't wait for them to be going and say like, hey, go crazy, guys. And also, Crypto R Us yesterday. Let me find it because I'm a little salty about it. Crypto R Us on his video says, hey, I have a new website, and he does. It's CryptoRUs.com. It's not sponsored, by the way. And he says, all of my, everything that I'm partnered with, everyone that I talk about, I have articles on here and everything. But when I go and I search Akomi, he doesn't have anything there. He doesn't have it. Now, I don't think that is his fault. And you can make the argument, well, we'll try searching for OMI instead of Akomi. Okay, well, I did that too. And same thing. Nothing. It says Kraken donates $300,000 to the University of Wyoming for something, for NFTs, whatever, crypto, whatever. But I do not blame Crypto R Us. And I'm not putting the blame on anybody. I'm saying there's a reason for this. I think the reason for that, him not having OMI on there, he doesn't mention OMI unless we super chat him, which is fine. I think it's because he's kind of has his like hand tied behind his back or his mouth gagged, whichever one, because he can't speak about it, until they give him the okay. Once they give him the okay, I guarantee you, then he says, oh, hey, by the way, makes a whole video about it, or puts an article about that. Altcoin Daily has been, clap it up for Altcoin Daily for being able to say, like, hey, mentioning OMI a couple of times, like several times. All of these big cows coming up at once. This is going to be the biggest hecking pump I've seen in a long time. But yes, actually, you're right. Halio says, "What do you think of Shiba? I don't like meme coins. I don't like any like Baby Trump was just a rug pull. Schmegmar's a rug pull. I don't like anything like Shiba, Sheeb, Bone Coin, Leash Coin. I don't like any meme coins or something that says baby, like Baby Trump. Like it's idiotic. It's stupid. I would never do that because I don't see any utility for a lot of them, and it's just, I think a lot of them are pump and dumps. I think a lot of them are rug pulls, which some of them are, some of them aren't, but I just don't see utility for it. I would, now you take someone like Jake Gagon, who like does really, really well at saying like, hey guys, check this out, and he gets something down here, it goes up to here, and he makes money, and he sells, and then it goes back. So there's money to be made. You can make a lot of it. But that being said, Jake Gagon, the king of buying low and selling high, and then buying low again and selling high again, has never sold OMI. So, at least as far as I know, the last time he said he still has not sold a single OMI. But I don't like any of the meme coins generally. Mass Murder says, I'm sorry I'm late. What's up, peeps? Mass Murder's coming in like an hour and a half later. But it's okay, Mass Murders. We love to have you. I've been here for about hour 48 so far. And yeah, we just went over some Earth 2 stuff. Mass Murders went over your giveaways. Wraithax is actually matching you with a Invisible Woman, Human Torch, those giveaways, and he's doing one of his State 1 projects for Earth 2. So again, everyone, shout out to Mass Murders. Clap it up for him for helping with the giveaway on Sunday, 12:15 Eastern Standard Time, PM. Frank J says, got it. Thanks, bro. No problem. YouTube says Doge is not crap. I'd love to hear the explanation, YouTube. Ginferno says, unfortunately with Doge, I only put $8 that I got from dividends in the Robinhood app. Made enough for a P-Ball Python and a road trip, though. Nice, nice. Inferno says, not making that mistake with OMI, hoping to get more, but currently at 1.4 million. Dude, Inferno, you can be a millionaire. Could be a millionaire. Millionaire. View Darkling says, agreed, I'm only buying. Yep, good times, good times. Brandon Alexander says, I got your motive, brother. Epic. I'm standing right behind you, sir. Bro hugs, man. Bro hugs. Oh god, where's that? Okay. YouTube says, when you purchase a VeVe NFT, you are buying OMI. The NFT are on the OMI chain. I mean, you eventually, can you sell these for OMI? Yeah, absolutely. You'll be able to sell these NFTs for OMI. I have to go soon because my throat is going. So you will be able to sell these NFTs for OMI. DW says, I could sell some OMI and buy comics, but no way am I doing that, even if I think comics may do better in short term. Too much chopping and too much changing with my investment. Right, has a good point. Agreed 100% with you, DW. Ruben Parker says, your motivation is awesome, by the way. As someone who loves philosophy and ethics, my goal is similar. As a vegan, off topic, but would you respectfully encourage some research into veganism if you love animals? I have done the vegetarian thing multiple times because I love animals. And I just, if you don't mind sacrificing optimal health, and I'm not saying you can't do it with being a vegetarian or vegan, because you can, but the diet has to be stupid, like perfect. And for me, I've done this before every which way, whether it's with the, high protein, low carbs, low fat, high protein, high fat, low carbs, high carbs, low pro, like being vegetarian every which way, my body just does not do well on vegetarian diet. It doesn't. And I've tried it every which way. It just doesn't. Meat is just something that, I think, was it K2, vitamins K2? Yeah, so let's go over that real quick. Not medical advice, not a medical advisor. But vitamin K1, just vitamin K, your brain uses. Your brain uses a lot for thinking, for function. A secondary thing of K1, K2 is it goes to your arteries and it prevents them from hardening. And plants are not good at giving you K1 or K2. Animals are very good at converting K1 into K2. So like cows are just, that's what they do. They're K2 machines. Have a steak or a burger every once in a while. I do not like factory farming. My girlfriend's a vegetarian, so I hear about this all the time. But even before her, I don't like factory farming. I don't like milk farming, dairy farming. I think it's evil. I think it's vile. I think if everyone were to sit, like, just look at the eyes of what they're like, it freaking heartbreaking. And I hate that. I'm not against eating meat, not against eating animals. Clearly, I eat meat all the time. But if you can afford to, you can try to like be conscious of where you get your meat from. But just for nutrition, for like health, I just can't do the vegetarian thing. I can't, especially vegan. It is damn near impossible, and I guarantee you most people that do that, like 99% of people, not at optimal health. They're nutrition deficient in probably a lot of things. But again, if you don't mind being that because you know that you're saving a certain amount of animals by not eating meat, by not doing that, do that. I'm just trying to do it another way. And is it the best way? I don't know, but it's just the way that I know how to do. I know I can make money. I know I can do that, and I can help that way. I just can't. Can't do the vegetarian thing. Donnie Barley says, "What is your source of income? What are you doing to earn money?" So I'm actually retired. I retired back in March before I got into OMI, before I knew about it. And what I did was I was in high risk lending, where I give my money out to business owners. And it was high risk, so same as high risk credit cards, you can go up to 24.99% interest, which is a lot. And I was very, very good. I did not have a high default rate at all. It was, I think, the lowest in the business. And up until 2020 came, and then, up until the C19 came. But after that, or during that, I had, so with that, that you get paid each week. You give them a lot of money, you get a little bit back each week. And I did that for a bunch of people. So I get back maybe about, at the time, at like March, I was getting back like $4,500 a week, just coming in, because I was owed a lot of money. Now I'm getting back like $600 to $800 a week. Not a lot of money. So I don't have that much income coming in. That I also had, I had a Pokemon card business where I would buy and sell Pokemon cards. This one is currently being sold. I have others being sold as well. So, so yeah, I have a bunch that are being sold. I don't have that much anymore. VeVe Darklink maybe is the last one if you choose to buy that for OMI. And yeah, that's it. I don't have, and I have YouTube now. Make, you know, a couple hundred, like maybe like $500-600 on YouTube, give or take, and then you know, Patreon. But I don't have a lot of money coming in. I don't, and I have like less than $8,000 left. And that's only because I sold 2 Blaine's Charizards first edition PSA 10, put some into OMI, put some into NFTs, and I had less than 6,000. Now I have like 7,500. So it's, I don't have a lot of money left. I don't. And that 7,500 in conjunction with that's going to last me till the end of the year. Because again, I still have like $600 a week coming in for a little bit. I don't know how much I'm owed left. Dylan says, pamp it, OMI to the moon. Brendan Z says, drop tomorrow. I hope I can get at least one. I think because 30,000, we all will get at least one. Oh God, I'm dying. Excuse me. We should all get at least one. I don't know about 2 or 3, maybe. We'll see. QT Rage says, I have 500,000 OMI at the moment, but around 130 collectibles and 13 sets. Should I get more OMI? If you want to, and again, I don't tell anyone to do that, but if I had extra money and if I had more money coming in, I'd be getting a lot more OMI. It's just what I would do. Brandon Alexander says, I messed up and pulled 12K out of Doge at 0.097. Trying to scalp the first initial pump. I had to go to work before my buys filled and then proceeded to watch Doge from go to 9 cents to 47 cents that day. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So sorry, brother. But I learned and won't make that mistake with OMI, Brandon Alexander. Good. Don't let it happen again. Hashtag never again. QD Races, I can't stop getting collectibles. Dude, it's addicting. And this is why I know this will exceed too. I have no right to go and spend the $7,000 or $6,000 I did on hymns, where I can't even complete the set because Donnie's so pumped right now. But I did. I have no right to do that, but I did. And I can't stop myself. That's how I know this is going to be heckin' huge, because it's addicting. And we got Zach with a $5 super chat saying, someone get this man a goblet from Wawa, please. I love Wawa so much. Zach R, you've been so great. Such a great super fan. A lot of super chats. I love you, buddy. Bring it in. Bring it in, buddy. Just, you got a little scruff on your face. Got a shave, man. No, I'm joking. Good dude. I hope you join us for the parties, the OMI parties. Yeah. So, but I'm good today because I have 2 more keto bars, which isn't really that much because they're only 190 per. I still have to go to the gym. Maybe I'll get some Taco Bell later. I don't know. Protein shake. We'll see. Where were we at? Brandon Alexander says, for real, the addiction is real. It is. Cutie Ray says that, Brandon Alexander. That hurts, bro. Yeah, it does. VV Darkling says, what's your opinion on the last comic book? After listening to The Comic Way, I bought 5 uncommon because of the Iron Man. Did I overbuy? Probably not. I mean, long term, these will obviously go up. Whether they'll shoot up to the moon short term, I don't know. The reason why I'm not as big on comic books as I am on the other NFTs is because I could get all the sets of comic books that will not count toward my count toward my completed sets. My completed sets are I have 28, but even if I get all the comic book sets, that 28 number won't change. That's why I'm not as big on it, because it doesn't give me clout in the Master Collectors program. At least not yet. So I don't know. I'm not really too familiar with the comics. I know it seems to me right now you can't go wrong with buying comics, but that could change. Could go higher. I don't know. Kurt says, I'm thinking that there might be play to earn in the VeVeVerse. Trevor was asking a lot of questions. Yes. I saw that. I screenshotted that. My man's talking about trying to play to earn, like Axis Infinity, Alluvium, all that. The only thing is, I don't see how you can... The only way I'm thinking is, because they're not going to give out OMI, what I think that they can do is, in poker, like let's say in poker rooms that Aria Realty's taking me to, is that how do casinos make money if people are just playing Texas Hold'em with each other? It doesn't make sense. It makes sense because they take a small percentage of every single pot. Every single hand, they take a small percentage of. And I think in the VeVeVerse, when we go and we do races, when we go and we do competitions with each other, where we have Warring World, where they have games, that we can wager OMI, and let's say we have 1,000,000 OMI in there, in the pot. Well, let's say OMI, VeVe, they take 2% of that, or like 2.5%, and they take 25,000, and they just say, okay, this is burned now. And if we do like hundreds of games a day, do you know how much OMI? And people will continue to do that. They don't care about the 2% because they have a chance to 10x. They have a chance to 10x their OMI. If there's, let's say, 10 people in this game, you put in 100,000 OMI each. Okay, they don't mind paying the 2.5%, the 25,000 OMI, if they can go and they can get, 900,000 or 850,000 OMI plus. That's bananas. I guarantee you that happens. And when I say when that happens, that's, I think, their way around it. That's going to be their play to earn. You play, you earn. I don't think it would be them, because they would have to give you OMI from the reserve wallet, and then it could go to the circulating supply. So I don't think that'll happen, in my opinion. You just says never sell your OMI ever. Did a 180 there. Brendan Alexander says cutie rage. I've live and learn. I welcome mistakes to learn from. Same here. Same here. It is time for my 2-hour Patreon member shout out. Gotta make a plan, gotta do what's right. Can't run around in circles if I wanna build a life. I don't wanna make a plan for a day far away. While I'm young and while I'm able, all I wanna do is bang. That was Green Day, and that was, I think it was Geek Stink Breath or Brain Stew. Not 100% sure. Forget. Someone comment down below and correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I've made mistakes. I've learned a lot from them. Yuda says, okay, I'm going to change my name to Akomi VV Whale. Nimba Creation says, what's MTL? Keep hearing about it. It's a money transmitter license, basically allowing them to say, like, hey, now we can take our gems, convert them into fiat, like dollars and euro and pounds, and we're able to take them off. We can cash out. We can cash out and make money. I am Egro says, hey, brother, what's going on, Egro? Let me know if you're doing any giveaways for this Sunday. I have a whole bunch of people who are doing giveaways on Sunday. Earth 2 and VV, let me know if you want to do that, because you gave away last one, which is nice. Potter's answering. Brendan Alexander says money transfer. Yep. OMI to VV is enabled. People can cash out gems back to US dollars. The Comey VV Whale, hey, he did it. Saying, okay, here's my new name. Maybe I get more respect now. Just as Comey VV Whale, what are you on about? Well, he was YouTube, and now he's a Comey VV Whale. Sorry. Inferno says, I figured I should try for $3 million. The government will take one in taxes if I ever get divorced. She'd take one. Married 15 years so far. Yeah, the government sucks. Sucks so. They take so much taxes. Too much. So much. Like, how are you supposed to, like... it's ridiculous. Hate them. This is nice, bro. Keep stacking. Calling well says, income. I'm thinking of buying a ton of RTX 3080 LHR cards. I think LHR will get solved. I'm not sure what LHR is, so yeah. Brendan Alexander says, at Ginferno, LMAO, just keeping it real. He also says, I have a blemished Charizard that a buddy would think would be graded a PSA 5. What do you think I can get for it? Is it a first edition? Is it a shadowless? Or is it an unlimited? And that's if it's the first generation. Because there's also Dark Charizards, there's Blaine Charizards, there's second Charizards, Legendary Evolution Charizards. There's not Gray Star. Yeah, there's Shining Charizard. The Gold Star Charizard. There's so many different Charizards. Let me know which one. Donna Brawley says, thanks for the insight, man. No problem. Says, I think I'll sell my German Pokemon collection and Magic the Gathering sets. I've been doing that for months. Well, a long time. Zachar with the $5 super chat saying, someone get this man a gobbler from Wawa, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Akomi VV Whale says, VV addiction, come on. I am only on VV like 8 hours a day or so. It's not a lot. It's like half your waking hours if you sleep 8 hours a night. Roger Christ says, what do you think about Mortal Kombat NFTs on VV? Oh, I would love those. Sub-Zero is my homie. I love him. In the video games, Liu Kang was not good at all. I don't know if the movie fixed that or not. Scorpion's cool. Goro's cool. Goro, the flip doesn't work out. You can't trip him. You can't sweep Goro's leg. He's too big. And you can't do that to Shao Tsung either because he doesn't have feet. So, yeah. Kendrick Wright says, what do you think about Mortal Kombat? Oh, I just read that there. Hey, what's up, Sniper? Sniper, no sniping. Sniper says, but they could change comic books so they count as a set. They could change that. And I could be fudged. But yeah, they could change that. Akomi VeVeVerse says, what's up? This is Borg. Hey, what's up? This is Meek. I'm Korg. It's cheap. I was thinking to buy them up. I kind of want Enterprise as well. Low prices, just not sure as it will take off like comic books. There's just so many of them. There's so many. So I mean, again, Star Trek is something that'll really pump in the future because everyone loves Star Trek. Star Trek is one of the biggest things ever. VV fees are not small. It's a huge tax. VV should lower this fee. So expensive. It's just the cost of doing business. Alexander says, at VV Darklink, I agree with the real Randy Chavez that completed sets are big. However, these comics have a proven history of success. Buy every comic you can. Just sell your car. Just don't need it for a few months. I think VV Darklink should actually buy my first edition Neo Genesis box for that new price of $33,000 instead of $35,500 in OMI. It'll be great. Steve Cowman says, yo, Randy, love your streams. Did I hear you mention that comics don't count towards So right now, they don't count towards sets. When they have the Master Collectors program, they might count towards something there. But right now, they do not count as your completed sets. But that could change in the future. VV Darklink says, I'm trying to complete the common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare of every set. One away. Oh, you badass. Dude, VV Darklink's going to be a millionaire before any of us. And Kurt says, makes sense. You the best, my G. Brandon Alexander says, at Sniper, someone discussed in a recent AMA how they won't be making comics part of sets. So, love you guys. See you soon. Peace, Brandon. VV Darkling says, thanks. Brandon says, would love to donate a giveaway as well, brother. Let me know you want to do a giveaway, and we'll do it. President Ender says, yo, what do you think Essence will be worth in, say, 3 months? End of the year? 10 cents? I mean, it's worth about 2.5 cents now. I'll say 10 cents. Just guess. Cody View says, Marvel Digital Comics tells us Suspense 52 drops 16 September. Yes. My throat is dying. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye to Dashi. Bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Meow, meow. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Those all mean the world to me because they do. VV Darkling says, I want that box. Wife is not on board at all. Explaining OMI and VV to her is already a foreign language. I understand 100%. I don't want to go below 33. I'll do 32 because I'll do 32. I'll do 32. But again, if your wife's not on board, don't worry about it. Don't want to cause a rift. Akomi VV Well says Iron Man is in the drop. Nice. Yes. All right. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow. VV Darkling, message me on Twitter. Thanks for the stream. Love you guys. Bye. Meow. 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 Thank you for super chats. Meow.